As a lot of people know, I've been a research subject at Laureate Institute for Brain Research, off and on for a few months. Um, I was looking up online how to make money and legitimate ways of making money and stuff like product testers. I was just looking up random stuff, and Laureate kept coming up, and so I was like, "Oh, apply." So that's why I applied for it. And I think first couple studies I was in was just about like the effects of depression on the brain chemistry, or I don't even know exactly what they were, which I should know. I should know more about what, but $20 is $20, and that's about what it is. $20 an hour they pay you to like that first study. It was, well, they take all your vitals, your weight, and all that. You have to fill out a bunch of test questionnaires and stuff. You get an MRI, EKG, and the thing there's also an MRI with the cap on, so it's got all these little electrodes all over your head. And I've done that actually twice. I've done that. I've done a lot of uh, MRIs. Um, they have where you do like quizzes, or yeah, they call them tasks. And you push the buttons. That's what I'm doing with fingers, because you push buttons when you're in the MRI, and I don't know how it graphs it or whatever, but they're graphing information and using it. Well, anyway, today was the first day that I was there for a full day appointment. I had my dad take me. Got there at 7:27 or 7:24, 7:24 on my watch clock, my clock. Um, so my appointment was for 7:45, and I don't even know what her title is. Research lady. I don't know. She's a nurse. She walked in. She goes, "Oh, hi, Philip. You want to get started?" And so I did tests this morning. It was first they put an IV in either arm, just because they're going to draw blood a lot during the day, and so they wouldn't have to keep poking me. They just had a hep tube, IV tube. Um, and I did surveys, EKG, blood draw, urinalysis, breathalyzer, MRI, more surveys. Well, okay, today before the actual scan, the MRI, they it because this the test I'm in now is to something about depression, the immune system, because there are immune responses and how that brain levels or whatever. So they inject you with a protein coat from something. I think it was actually E. coli. The protein coat, so it's not you don't get sick, but what it's doing is triggering your immune system. So any of the responses you have are your actual immune responses, and then you run all the tests and stuff. While you have that in your system, while your immune system tightened, and you're normal as baseline, and they test, scientist stuff. I don't know. So they gave me that protein. Well, see, you don't know. You're not supposed to know whether you get a protein or a placebo, but I think I got a protein because there were responses. I got nauseous. I threw up a little bit. I got chills. They're multiplying, and they gave me blankets. And I was like, but I threw up lunch. Say they Nor the research assistant. She went and she got me a bagel sandwich from I don't know, some bagel company. I don't remember what it's called. And it was funny because I got the feeling that they were sitting there watching me. And now that I think about it, maybe that could be why I got sick. It might not have been my immune response. It might have been me being nervous because somebody was there, almost like they were watching me eat. It's weird. But we watched a lot of Netflix in between surveys and blood draws and all the stuff because they have a big computer in the exam rooms. Maybe that's what they're called. Big old TV. I'm sorry, not computer. So we watched Netflix. We watched some shows with Jeannie, the nurse. I kind of watched TV with her for a while. We watched. It was pleasant. Pleasant. It'll probably be $20 an hour. So pleasant, and there'll be pay on my debit card later tonight or tomorrow. I don't know, whenever it appears. But it was also my first chance to ride home in an Uber. Because the last time that I was at Laureate after 5, I said, well, the receptionist offered to give me an Uber. And I was like, no, I'll just catch the bus. I know the bus didn't give me till 6:13, last bus. Well, I have a transfer. I missed my transfer. So I had, before mom came to pick me up, I had to walk a couple miles. And she finally got back in town and gave me a call and came pick me up. I didn't want that to happen again. So I was like, I'm going to take a chance to ride an Uber. And so that was a good experience. And it was, okay, this whole experience today, it improved my mood. I've been, Late texted me the other day, one of the RAs, or I don't know, from Laureate, about they have a group therapy that's starting later in December, and I'm a prime candidate. The therapy itself, there's no charge for it because it's a treatment, but they pay for the pre-therapy appointment, which is 2 or 3 hours, and the post-therapy surveys, which will be about maybe an hour. And I'm like, it's great. It's a great opportunity. I mean, group therapy, I don't have to pay for, and any talk therapy is good therapy. But what I realized today is I'm not as depressed as I was. Remember I don't know if you watched the vlog from yesterday. If you did, then go back and watch it. I talk about how a little bit of confidence goes a long way, and I've been in a great mood for the last 3 days. I'm exhausted as poop right now. I'm ready to go to bed, but I've been in a great mood, so I don't know if really group therapy is a thing for me, but it also, I think it is because it's social, because it's group therapy, so I'm going to be meeting other people, which I think that's what's good for me. That bolsters the confidence being with people, because when I'm around somebody else, I see that I'm not a bad guy. I'm a cool guy. I'm fun. Other people can be fun. I can have friends, and I guess that's a good thing. I'm gonna have friends, and I have some friends at Laureate. Now some of the RAs that I've met a few of the RAs and research assistants, and a couple of the researchers, and they know my name.